Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your weekly reading for June 2nd to the 9th, 2024. This is for Scorpio and Scorpio rising. I have no idea why I told you the year. Scorpio, let's jump right into it. Wow, what a week. What a loaded week. As you can see, absolutely another amazing week. As I said, May and June off the charts, top of the charts here. Now, you're really going to start feeling a lot of these Pluto trines. You see, we have two this week as well. We just came out of the Sun trining Pluto, Venus trining Pluto. These trines are powerful. Jupiter trining Pluto, one of the most powerful days of the year of 2024. One of the, actually the best day, okay? Mark this one in your calendar, June, okay? Sunday, June 2nd, very powerful day. Now, this is definitely going to be something that you may feel around your domestic sector, home, relationships, significant other, family, parents, children, a lot of activity at your actual home, maybe renovations, maybe you're moving, maybe you're buying property, but you could be having a lot of communications in terms of transforming that area of your life or just having your own personal transformation. That's what Pluto is, okay? So it is, or even having, transforming other people's lives as well, all right? That could be something that's happening here, especially with all this Gemini in your Gemini activity, all these planets in Gemini in your 8th house, all right? So Pluto is also intimacy, okay? It's also money. This is a big money day. And Jupiter, as you know, is good fortune, good luck, prosperity, expansion, profit, all right? So take action on this day for the things that you want, This is your transformation story. And Jupiter, again, is in Gemini in your 8th house, all right? Jupiter in your 8th house. Pluto, your ruling planet. You rule the 8th house, Scorpio. So you're going to vibe with this. And know that this is such a powerful aspect. You'll feel it for, over a week, up to, even up to like 10 days, 12 days. Like, you will feel this. Trines, as you know, are very auspicious. Now, what's very interesting and really fun about this aspect is that nobody on Earth has ever experienced it, okay? Unless you're a vampire or a zombie. I don't think you are Scorpio. I think that you are a Scorpion. But hey, the reason I say that is because these planets are so fresh in these signs, okay? Jupiter in Gemini, it's been 12 years. Pluto in Aquarius, 250 years. That's why nobody has experienced this. So this is going to be really fun. This is going to be very exciting. This is very fresh, new energy. The other interesting thing about this is that Jupiter expands, right? And Pluto is all about rebirth and it's regeneration. There's really this... there could be this new you coming out. But remember, this is your transformation story. There's something that could be blossoming or brewing around this time. I would not be surprised. But again, really, really like this. Now, remember, they're both happening in air signs, okay? Gemini and Aquarius, 2 air signs. So a lot of this is up here, so you could feel a lot of movement. There's something of the mind here. Maybe your mindset changes on something. Maybe you have these brilliant ideas about something that you want to do, or think about like the way that you see things and the thoughts that you have. But also, when you think of air, I want you think about movement too. Think about magic and the universe and belief and all of that. That's the big picture here. All right, but it definitely is jackpot energy. I love this day. And Mercury will sextile Neptune on that same day. This is absolutely amazing. Okay, this is really wonderful. It's not even on this calendar, but it is happening on that same day too, and it really enhances that day. Mercury sextiling Neptune is healing. All right, healing through words, through communication, through the arts. I love this. Dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. Okay, imagination. There's so much creativity here, especially because when you think about Neptune, which is all about imagination, Neptune is in your 5th house of creativity. So really wonderful day, especially if you're, artistic type or it doesn't even matter. I mean, it's just a very spiritually moving day. Indeed. All right. Now, Monday, June 3rd, Mercury does move into Gemini. There is going to be a lot of sharing ideas, a lot of collaborating, okay? A lot of building bonds, building bridges, being very articulate. It's that intellectual side of you that'll come out. And I want you to utilize this because remember, you want to be communicating while we have all these planets in Gemini, especially Jupiter and Gemini at the same time. Mercury will be in Gemini. We'll talk about the Mercury-Jupiter conjunction in a second, but Mercury and Gemini, Mercury is the ruling planet for Gemini in its domicile where it does really well. Mercury and Gemini is at home. So take advantage of this. This is 2 weeks. All right. It'll be here 2 weeks. And this day, if you know, there's a planetary alignment that's happening this day where there's going to be 6 planets. All right. That's visible in the sky. Wake up really early in the morning to see this. Okay. It's happening on Monday, June 3rd. You definitely will need binoculars or, more likely like a high powered telescope, but there are going to be some planets you can see with a naked eye before. So, but anyway, like that, I just want to throw that out there. You can Google it and whatnot. But now on Tuesday, because it's really cool. I love that stuff. Now on Tuesday, and I want to share it with you. That's my Mercury and Gemini moment. Now on Tuesday, even though it hasn't happened yet. Now, okay, on Tuesday, Mercury will conjunct Jupiter, Scorpio. You get me excited about this. This is really exciting because Mercury conjuncting Jupiter again in your 8th house. All right. So you could be signing contracts, multiple contracts even. Okay, remember it's Gemini, the twin. You'll start seeing things come in twos. Mercury conjuncting Jupiter in Gemini. Again, your 8th house. This is you. First of all, Mercury conjuncting Jupiter is hearing good news. You could get good news this day. You could spread good news this day. You could have good news to share this way this day. But this is going to be an absolutely optimistic aspect. And when I say this day, you see everything else that's really bolstering, the optimism of this day, the good fortune of this day. So get really excited about this. This is an aspect on this day. Well, travel could be a big thing for you. But you could also just be, really invested in learning something new. Okay. I really want you to think about that. There may be something new around this time. Like a new idea. There's something that you want to pursue that you could turn into something big now. Okay. Keep that in mind. All right. Keep that in mind. But yes, definitely like you may find a lot of growth in business, in your brand, in, contracts, like I said, could be a thing. All right. That definitely could be a thing here for y'all. But it is this intellectual side that's coming out that I really like with Mercury conjuncting Jupiter. Really, remember Jupiter is luck and good fortune too. So really just perspective shifts as well, but also just feeling that moment of, yes, I, am, it's like you play your hidden immunity idol, okay, correctly, wisely. All right. So this is one of those days. If you get that reference, please leave a comment. Nobody gets that reference. Now, Mercury will trine Pluto on that same day. Oh man, this is great. Remember, Pluto is also power and empowerment. So this is a day where you could feel extremely, extremely powerful and empowered. You could be empowering someone else too. You could feel very influential around this time. Someone could be very influential to you. This is you having power, doing a TED Talk, having a very, powerful conversation around this time as well, like a serious conversation. We're talking about Pluto, all right? We're talking about things that you're talking about. It's like Bitcoin level. This is like, you don't mess around. You got to know everything at this point. And I don't know anything about Bitcoin, but this is how big it is. It's like, remember what I said, being curious about things and learning new things. But there is something here where it's just, there's something that you may want to learn more of and have and pursue conversations about. This is also really you going deep on a psychological level, to be honest, like especially with all these planets in your 8th house, with Mercury trining Pluto. So there could be some things that you discover about yourself today. All right. Discover about yourself. There is a lot of Scooby-Dooing around this time, like really going deep to a point where you're unrooting things, or you may be even revealing secrets around this time. I mean, this is Mercury trining Pluto, like good, like things that are like a relief. Okay. Like if, you were secretly Mickey Mouse maybe today's the day that you tell people that, right? Like if you truly are, all right. Now on on the same day, the sun conjuncting Venus, one of the best aspects, actually, one of the top three best aspects of this month, one of the best aspects of this year as well. I mean, this is huge. All right, sun conjuncting Venus, this is absolutely amazing. This is love energy, by the way. This is a lot of love. This is love on a whole other level. This is you being stimulated in so many ways, especially intellectually. You could be falling in love with someone's mind, vice versa. You could just be falling in love. This is going to be something where you could even feel a lot of like strength and social connections, but money still a big thing on this day for you. All right, conversations about money, maybe bonuses, the commissions, royalties, loans, investments, inheritance, all of that could be coming up around this week, especially the first half of the week for y'all. Okay, remember Venus is also beauty, so this is a day where you could just feel very attractive and very glamorous and really alluring and charming. So put yourself out there. This is a day to put yourself out there. This is a day to charm people. Okay, charm people. Alyssa Milano star. So however that show was, but this is definitely going to be a day you won't forget. Like, look at what's happening on this day. Take full advantage of this. All right. Love and relationships, definitely a big thing, but money could be a thing for you around this time. Remember all these planets in your 8th house. Wow. And then we get to Thursday on June 6th. We got the new moon in Gemini. We got a super stellium here. We got the sun, moon, Mercury, Venus, and Jupiter all in Gemini. That is a lot of planets in Gemini in your 8th house. Okay, transformation, intimacy. Intimacy is a big thing here. Money, okay, like I said, shared resources, other people's money, but this is one for the books. One thing about this, and remember, you always want to set intentions. You want to start new things around this time. You want to clear the decks. You want to clear the decks and do something. You don't want to be distracted. You want to have your manifestation ritual, whatever it is, on this day. This is the day to do it. This is a big new moon. This is one of the best new moons, okay? We had one of the best ones last month. Now we have another one that's really, really nice. Remember, I said like way back in April, I said May and June, 2 of the best months of 2024. Once we start heading after, summer, you're going to see that the aspects are not as great as now. Okay. This is why everyone's readings are so great, by the way. This is the time. I know I'm getting like emotionally invested with you right now, but this is the time. This is, again, part of your transformation. This is happening in your 8th house. So, and then, like I said, in your monthly forecast, Scorpio, you got that full moon in Gemini, the corresponding full moon 6 months later in December. That's conjuncting Jupiter. I mean, talk about rewards you're going to reap. This is powerful. This is really powerful. Build social connections. It's Gemini, this social butterfly. This is all about that stimulation, mental stimulation, communication, having conversations, ideas as well. And, sharing ideas is going to be a big thing, but also doing things that are new for you, being very curious. You could find yourself being curious about trying new things. Travel could be a big thing for you right now as well as writing, researching. But again, just gaining knowledge in something new. Now, on Saturday, this is when we start getting into the squares, okay? The squares. This is like that build up to next week where we have, a lot more squares next week. But we start on Saturday, June 8th, with Venus squaring Saturn. Now, very, very interesting. Very, very, very interesting, okay? Saturn is in your 5th house of love and relationships. Venus, as you know, love and relationships. So there could be a little squeeze here in terms of relationships. So just keep that in mind. Just, you just want to be diplomatic. If anything does come up, you could feel a little squeeze, a little bit like, whoa, what's going on here? What's going on? So just keep that in mind, all right? Same day, Mars is going to move into Taurus. I talked about this. Listen, Mars is leaving its domicile of Aries, where, it's at home in Aries. Mars is also your traditional ruler, moving into Taurus, okay, your opposite sign. But here's the thing. This is definitely like you could have felt a lot of movement. Things could have been moving fast in terms of partnerships and relationships too, whether love or romance or career. This is a slowdown. This is a slowdown, okay? Because Taurus is very earthbound, very grounded, all right? So when Mars is there, it's like, it's really, really pulling the brakes a little bit to be practical and really, make sense of a lot of things that are happening in your life. So it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice, okay, for y'all, for y'all, especially with partnerships and relationships. Like I said, there could be a lot of activity there, but also Mars does bring a little bit of conflict as well. So it just could be like a time where, you may be really processing things, but it's really, again, this is a time where use this energy to do a lot of stuff in nature. Do a lot of stuff in nature because it gets a little interesting for you because Taurus is Venus ruled, right? So there's that love and relationship energy again. So I'm not saying that there's anything that's bad going to happen. It's just like you taking this slowdown just to like, in terms of the actions that you're taking. And there could be some, little hiccups here and there. But as long as you spend time in nature, be at one with yourself, really take that time. Doesn't matter if you go to the river, sit under a tree. Taurus is so earthbound. It's using all your five senses. It's absorbing all those great things in your life. Really, 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 also nature, as you know, being outdoors and all of that, really connecting with earth as well. So go to a tree, sit in a tree, bring your cats, whatever, and you eat a chocolate chip cookie. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. The other thing that's gonna happen is on the 9th. That's when we get to the Sun squaring Saturn. Okay, Sun square Saturn. It gets a little bit more. So if you think about these squares, like I said, they're pushing you to grow and to advance and to thrive. But also, I want you to think of these squares as we head into next week, where there's a little bit more squares. The big one for you will be June 11th, but this one on June 9th, Sun squaring Saturn right after Venus squaring Saturn. So Venus it's still squaring Saturn as well. Scorpio, you are not imagining things. I am back, clean shaven. All right. This is a time of the year where the construction across the street gets a little bit drilly around this time of day. So I am actually like doing this, continuing your reading the next day. All right, the next day. And so where I was at was Sun squaring Saturn. Okay, so Sun squaring Saturn. What I really want you to do at this point with Venus squaring Saturn and the Sun now squaring Saturn is think of these squares as quicksand, okay? And so you're just walking through quicksand, but at this point, you're ankle deep, okay? So you're going to be fine. You got your backpack on. There's, you got some things in there. A lot of the bigger squares are coming next week, especially the one that I want you to pay attention to. Mars squaring Pluto, that's going to be a big one that may, have an impact on you. But with these squares, you're really just entering the squares right now. So you could feel like a little bit of these squeezes and challenges. But the reason why I say quicksand is because Saturn is time. Saturn we're talking chronos here, right? So Saturn is it's testing your patience, okay? So what I want you to do is ask yourself, what are things that I can remove from this backpack where I don't feel so burdened, where I don't feel like things are heavy? Sun squaring Saturn has this weight to it, okay? It has this weight to it. So really take that time out to recognize these things in your life that may feel like there's places where you might want to pivot or things that you really want to take that time to ask yourself, is there anything that I feel overburdened with? Saturn wants structure. Thinking about the structures of your life, especially in your 5th house, right? Where Saturn is right now in Pisces. And that is, love and romance and family and children. And it really is just like, what brings you joy? What brings you joy? Ask yourself that, okay? Saturn may test you in those areas of your life. So just remember, you're walking through the quicksand. Just take things out of your backpack so it's not, so you can, you get through it, okay? And remember, you're just ankle deep at this point. You're just ankle deep. all right? And honestly, the quicksand, it's only like a foot long, all right? It's only a foot long. You're going to be fine. Just be aware of the things that may feel a little heavy. So let's get to it. Scorpio, let's see what's going on for you. For June 2nd to the 9th, this is for Scorpio and Scorpio rising. If you want to read for your moon, your Venus, all those other placements, you're absolutely welcome to. All right, so Scorpio, let's see what's going on for you for June 2nd to the 9th. So, Scorpio, hello, how are you doing? Scorpio, I do a traditional cult across spread. Really does offer the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, we will pull clarifiers. Secondly, Scorpio, I'm doing this in a Saturday morning. You are, wow. Ooh, you are going through some changes. You're definitely going through some changes. Big ones. Listen, have that slowdown with the Saturn squares, but as you can see, there is, your love is a big thing here. Partnerships is a big thing here, okay? Now, remember I said all these Saturn squares in your 5th house, and then, Mars moving into Taurus is going to be a really big thing for you. Mars and Taurus in your 7th house of partnerships, so there is going to be some activity around there. You see that happening here. Now, you're going through changes. You got the Death card. Hello. Big news. Really going to be you definitely, it seems like you already have gone through it. Death is actually your card. I'm not sure if you know that. This is one of the most auspicious cards here. All right. I absolutely love this card. It is a card of change. It's this transformational process that you're going through. You see the sun coming out on the horizon. All right. The sun only appears in, a very few cards, okay, outside of the actual sun card. And the sun is optimism. It is abundance. It is prosperity. It is vitality. It's like all those great things. And so and you could even see, referencing the sun card, other than the sun coming out on the horizon, the white horse, which is also in the sun card. All right. So purity right now, lovers in the heart of your spread. Hey, you saw me shuffle the spread. I can't make this up. 2 reasons why this is such a big deal. 1, I remember Mars moving into Taurus. It's going to be a big thing for you. There's, that's your traditional ruler and your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. Now, this can be career too. If you are here for career, you're going through a big transformation. You've been feeling this big transformation happening in your life. Okay. And I want you to feel it too. And this is also, I do drop these readings a little bit earlier before the actual week. So it depends on when you watch this reading. It's still to come. Okay. If you don't feel like you felt it yet, it's still to come. Moving straight into the Lovers card. Now, partnerships, relationships, a really big thing here. You've got a lot of it. You've got not only the sun here, you've got a blast of sun here with Archangel Raphael the healer. All right. So really, really nice energy. This is love. This is that intensity in love, and y'all love that. So this is really great. Okay. And again, it can be love for, romantically. It can be love in terms of like, I found the perfect job. I found the perfect boss. I found, like partnerships. Just think partnerships. It can be self-love too. We're talking, if you want to consider them, let's call them Adam and Eve. Adam looking at Eve, Eve looking at the archangel. Okay. That's conscious, subconscious, superconscious. Break it down. That's mind, body, spirit. This is you. Okay. This is you and the choices that you're going to make with the love that you've been given by this archangel. All right. So I really love this for you. It looks like you're in a great place. There is going to be, again, I think that I mentioned it earlier about, with Mars being in Taurus, there could be a little bit of just like, just a little bit, just some undulation in the waves or whatnot. But it really is, it's how you handle it. It's how you handle it. And, being the best version of yourself, you always want to do that. You always want to trust your intuition. Okay. And I say that because, here, you got the 6 of Swords in your challenge area. Okay. So you see that you got the 6 of Swords and the 5 of Swords in your future as well. We'll go to that in a second, but 6 of Swords in your challenge area really is just saying that there is a sense of something that you may have to really not get in the way of your own transformation, especially up here in your head. Okay. take the power that you have this week and use it, okay? Especially with decision making, thinking about things, processing things. Don't get stuck in your head, okay? Because you also got the Seven of Wands in your crown. This is, the way that it's playing out here, it does feel like there is going to be something that you're really protecting. I'm not sure if it's something that, I'll clarify that for you. Yeah. Okay. There is going to be something that you may want to let go to move forward. And if you are here for career or love, it could be one of those, you have the cups, you have the wands. All right. Now break it down even further. The Seven of Wands attributed to Leo, which rules your 10th house of career. You've got the Eight of Cups. Okay. The Eight of Cups is attributed to Saturn and Pisces. Okay. Again, in your 5th house of love and relationships. So it really is something up here where it's almost like you're really putting your foot in the ground. You're really defending something, but I feel like that you're going to feel more free if you're see eye to eye with people, and if you really move forward from a situation that you know that this isn't me. I'm going to move forward to a place where I am in this better mindset and headspace, and I can see a lot more clearly. You do have strength on the root of your spread, so it seems like you are pulling in that courage, that even not even courage, but the fact that it's like resisting the things that you know you shouldn't be doing as well, being aware of those things as well, right? So you even see the infinity symbol over the woman's head here. There's only 2 people in all of tarot that have that. So with that strength that you have, like, anything's possible. You can do anything. You can tame a lion here. It's synergetic, though. That's the thing about this card. It's a lot of synergy, right? The lion is actually allowing her to do it. So it really is trusting in whatever brings you strength at this point. Now, interestingly, this another Leo card. There could be something here in career that it's almost like there is some sort of partnership that you're going to be spending some time thinking about. Now, you have the Five of Swords in your future. So yeah, there is that energy I was talking about with these squares. Sure, they're pushing you, okay? But as they push you, don't, work with those energies. Work with those energies so you do feel that you're actually growing from it. Like I said earlier, it's making you become the best version of yourself. And in order to do that, you have to ask yourself, am I in a place where I can put my swords down like everyone else has? Okay, Scorpio. So stingers in. Let's see eye to eye with people. But look at what's happening here. A lot of this really could be you in this tug of war in your head about something that could be a partnership, okay, or even self-love. All right, the willingness to see something that where you the phrase like you can't love anyone else unless you love yourself, something like that. You get what I'm saying. I would even clarify that for you. All right, so yeah, it may possibly be about a partnership and a relationship, but as long as you drop your swords, and you're gonna be fine. You have the Knight of Cups. This is I can't even begin to tell you how crazy this is. So yeah, that partnership energy you're really gonna feel. But remember, Mars is going to be in Taurus, and then we're leading up to that really big Mars squaring Pluto next week. The beginning of next week, that's going to be June 11th. So you're going to start feeling a lot of that energy. It's that slowdown energy, and it is in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. Mars, your traditional ruler. Mars, where did Mars come from? Aries, the god of war. So a little conflicty. But if you can, this card, the Five of Swords, is all about self-respect, self-dignity. So as long as you can have like your stingers in, you're going to be fine. But it's just the Knight of Cups. This is someone who loves to share. He wants to share his cup with whoever would share this cup with him. I mean, he is a knight in shining armor. So when I say partnerships and relationships, this is a really big thing because you already got the Lovers here, okay? And now you have the Knight of Cups, who is Pisces. Remember, Saturn in Pisces in your 5th house of love and relationships, but do not discount career, because the 5th house is also like creativity and self-expression. So even if you're like an artist or like someone who's like a freelancer or or whatnot. It really could be something there too, finding the right partner to do something with in terms of projects. But you're going to be fine. It looks like there is movement in this direction where you are going to be emotionally fulfilled. Okay. You're going to be emotionally fulfilled. Now, you definitely are going to go through change this week. Okay. I want to make that very clear. This is going to be a week of change. All right. Not only did you get your own card, I'm going to show you something really cool here, Scorpio. Hello. They're basically the same people, right? You see that. So you got the two. Well, they both want changes, without going too much into it. They both want changes. Let's get to your staff. Scorpio. Oh, my goodness. You got Death and the Knight of Cups. That's crazy. That's amazing. I really love it. But yes, they definitely just want things to change. They want to. And this one is more of like bringing someone else in. And again, if there is nothing that has to do with partnerships, relationships with you, remember that self-love, okay? That emotional fulfillment, you going after something that's going to fill your cup, okay? Cups, emotions, love, relationships, but also intuition, also wonderment, right? Like and oh, wow. And you're good. You're good. You're going to be absolutely fine, Scorpio. Oh my goodness, y'all. If you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, tell me what's going on. Tap like this is really insane. This is really insane. Oh my goodness. Okay, so you got the King of Pentacles. Yeah, you're good. Absolutely, you're really good. There is a sense of like you just want to have this like wealth, and when I say wealth, in your physical world too, like in your spiritual world, like spiritual wealth as well, like this wealth in every form of the world, wealth in like relationships, wealth in career, but this abundance is just so strong. All right. It's just so strong. And a lot of y'all could be feeling that this week as well. You could feel that there is a sense of, I'm moving into this place of abundance, and I really like it. There is a little speed bump, and, it may be me actually thinking of a certain way where I'm holding back from something, but I've got to trust my intuition. I got to trust my heart because, wow. Speaking of heart, we call the Ace of Cups the heart of tarot. Scorpio, this is really big. This is really big. Coming in your external factors area after the Knight of Cups. So yeah, when I say love is going to be a big thing, it's going to be a big thing. This is really absolutely amazing. The Ace of Cups. Also, remember, aces usher in that new change, new beginnings. This is a week of the new moon in Gemini. That happens to be in your 8th house. Intimacy, okay, money as well. If you're here for that, that's going to be a big thing for you for like investment. But just think of like what you're investing in, okay? But the 8th house is, you rule the 8th house, and it's really, really deep, and there is that intensity and that depth to it, all right? But it's all about your transformation. This is your transformation story, but you're moving into something new, something that's going to, even for a lot of y'all, like bring you to, it's this rapturous joy that, when you're so happy, you have those tears of joy. In fact, I always say when this card comes up, think about the last time something brought you so much joy, it made you cry, like maybe, getting proposed to, getting your dream job, or, having a baby, whatever it is. This is complete. This is like, this is it. This is the holy grail here, okay, of cups. And I've already told you what that is, but you've got the Knight of Cups with the Ace of Cups. So yes, moving into something new. It could even be this new phase in your life, this new, stage in your life in a relationship or whatnot. But definitely something new is coming through. And then the 4 of Cups here, it's just saying that you don't want to be in a place where you're not grateful about the things that you have in your life. There is something that, the other thing is, when you look at your entire spread here, there is a sense of like there may be something that you may not be doing or you may not be opening up about because you may be fearing the results. You may be already like 5, 6, 7, 8 steps ahead thinking about how something's going to turn out. Be in the moment. Be in the moment. Why would you do that to yourself? But that's with the 4 of Cups here is, okay, there could be this sense of like you're already possibly like feeling like you may like, it's almost like you may not do something or take that leap of faith or put your heart out there because you have this fear of like being rejected or regretting something. How do you know? How do you know, right? But something new and beautiful that it's going to be so like, nirvanic is coming through, and then you got the Hangman and your final outcome. So you are having this like spiritual like journey, this you're ready for this transformation. The Hanged Man, this is really great, and a lot of it, yes, it can do with love and relationships and money. Love and relationships and creativity and self-expression and money. Again, it's your 8th house. So, but this card in particular is attributed to Neptune. Neptune is in Pisces along with Saturn. Okay, so remember that you've got your 5th house of pleasure and joy. So this is really great. It seems like there is going to be this awakening that you have, but you've got to make some sort of surrender. There's got to be something that you sacrifice to have this moment, okay, where you see the halo around his head. Okay, that's a lot of enlightenment. So for you to have this sense of enlightenment, there's got to be something that's got to give, something that you may want to. And again, what's coming up here, it may be a sense of like the way that you're thinking about something, and maybe just like having your guards up about something where you don't have to at all. Like you don't have to at all. You really don't. Anyway, Scorpio, this is actually a really deep the spread. But you're good. You're absolutely good. Just watch out for the 5 of Swords. Remember, that really may be up here when you have the 7 of Wands with the 8 of Cups. You have the 6 of Swords in your challenge area. So yeah, there may be a little bit of you, have this tug of war in your head about a certain situation. I'm not surprised with all these Saturn squares happening, but then look at what else. Like, remember, this is a huge, huge week. There's so many great aspects, and you already see that here with the Death card, the Lovers, you got the Knight of Cups, the Ace of Cups, you got the Hanged Man, and your final outcome. I mean, wow, you got the Strength card, the King of Pentacles. Like, you're good. You're absolutely good. All right. So that's it, Scorpio. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, let me know what's going on. And yeah. Next week, we'll go a little bit more into a lot of the aspects happening next week. Thanks so much, Scorpio. I'll see you next week. All right. Bye-bye.